Well, hello there, everyone, and a very warm welcome aboard. That's the word. For another YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Today we are in Bellingham Carriage Sidings in London, doing a first look. Oh, hello! Perfect timing. Of the brand new Armstrong Powerhouse Class 700. That's really quiet. I'm going to turn that up. There we go. I'll keep an eye on that. So, first thing to do is to change ends and proceed into Bellingham proper. So, master key on, reverser forward.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll turn that down a hair. There you go. So you got the. Yep. Well, we've got to tab, so I've done that. So we're going to pull out of the sidings. We've got start speed limit of 15 miles per hour. Got the UFO warble. I recently learned that that's just the traction converter, converting AC into DC. It's really quiet on board, actually. I've got the audio turned up all the way, and I've got some really sensitive headsets. And, yeah. This train is really nice. So, obviously, yeah. I have seen one first look video of it so far, so I know a little bit about it, but this is my opinion, not anyone else's, so there's that. Yeah, so we need to pull into Bellingham Station in reverse, and then head the 7.4 miles to Orpington. I wonder if that distance will shrink when we stop in Bellingham, or if it'll be longer. I'm going to accelerate up to about 20. And we go. So we don't release the doors here, we just bring the train to a stand. I want to put all the train on the platform, so I'm going to stop at the end though. Yeah. All 700 stop at the end, so. This is a reduced length unit, that means we're 8 cars long. Alright, I'll shut the cab down. Change ends, 2 ambers.
TPWS and AWS operational.
There you go. I can hear the click when I press F, but I don't know where the fault alarm actually comes from. Right, so, well, we're on forward. So let's go. On a green aspect, so. Start speed limit is 60. I'm going to probably just, actually, I'm going to rag it. Just to give us a chance to listen to the train. I'm going to increase that audio level a bit. But that is about, and that sounds good in my opinion. I do love the clickety-clack. Yeah, so we're already on ambers, so I'm just going to coast at 40. So I dyed my hair today, as well as recording the Railpool video. Which you may or may not have seen yet, I don't know. Because this is being recorded the day the 700 came out. Honestly, I really like it. It is a nice train to drive. That is for damn sure. That's a nice touch. The interiors have been updated. That's a point, actually. I might still have some of the stuff from the AP pack in. I should have cleared that. Oh well. But yeah, so 2 ambers. I mean, we can proceed at this speed for now. I mean, the train's in this sector here. So we are following, you know, we're due at Orpington 15:23. We're estimated to get there 15:14. I'm not missing any assets, but that does happen when you get a train running empty. So where do we start? We started up. Where are we? We are here. So that's where we started off. Bellingham CS. And we're going to Orpington. Okay. That actually does help me understand. So even though I live down here, I didn't really travel on the trains much because COVID happened. And either I was too busy trying to work and failing miserably, or COVID happened. So I didn't actually get to travel much on third rail land. Yeah, so like I say though, it's a nice train to operate. Uh-oh. So we've got a single amber with a feather, so I'm actually going to put a bit of brake on, purely because it's one amber. So I need to stop or drive so I can stop in what I can see, basically. So we're crossing over here. And it's a steep downslope at the end, so hopefully it'll have cleared it a little by then. If not, no biggie. So yeah, we are going into the red now. I'd love to know what that building is. I've seen it so many times driving around here, and I've never actually taken the time to look it up. Going about that much brake, so it's like a very gentle deceleration. So yeah, you can see it's a fly under here. I'd love to know what this is. Looks like some sort of pumping tower, because I'm a nerd, I've looked at, you know, the Victorian, sewage places you see, basically. That's what it reminds me of. I'll set my DRA on. So what are we being held for? The Blackfriars to Seven Oaks. So that's the train I think we were following before. He'll be a stopper, so that's interesting. You hear that sound? Very interesting. So yeah, the GSMR doesn't function. That's a real shame. That would have made this pack much better, in my opinion. The GSMR is something I can live without, but one of the issues I sort of have with modern multiple units is, or modern EMUs, I should say, it sometimes feels like you're driving a tram. What do I mean by that? Well, you put the reverser forward, power on, you know, hard on the power, hard on the brake. So I'm just going to quickly go into my 8 cam, in case there's something interesting for me to see. Hello 465. Yeah, so, you know, from my perspective, like I say, you hard on the power, hard on the brake, hard on the power, hard on the brake. And that's all driving these can sometimes feel like. And, yeah, I don't know. Interesting that we're not cleared to move yet. And must be clearing him in front of us, I guess? Yeah, because there's no signal at the end of Shortlands. Oh no, we're going in behind that 465. Or maybe that Victoria to Dover Priore. Which should be a 375, I guess? I mean, it can be a 465, but that would just be a painful experience. No, it's a 375. I do mean to cover this route some more in terms of route learning. I've just not really had the drive to. Yeah. Not really had the drive to. So let's just have a look at... So I did Beckenham Junction to Victoria, which was nice. But I think coming out of... One of my plans I'd love to try and do at least is to do a proper Thameslink run. Now that we've got this, now that we've got the proper merge, do, you know, Brighton to... That's the other problem. Where do I go? Do I go... Well, actually, I wonder, does Danny cover Canal Tunnels? So I'd love to be able to do the East Coast, because I've done the Midland pretty well. I've done it 319 both ways, I think. No, I haven't done it southbound in the 319. I could do that. No, I think I have. I'm not sure. I don't think I have, actually. So yeah, I could do like a southbound run, which would be nice. But we'd have to see. Jesus, Signaler's having my life today. No, he's just taking his sweet, sweet time. It's him we want to follow as well. That's interesting. There's another empty stock behind us. Who's behind us? 375-8. Is that one with pounds? No, it isn't. Where's he off to? He is off to Sevenooks. So he's going empty from Blackfriars to Sevenook thingy. Well, I've got a road set for me. There we go. Cleared to do ambers. So I'll release my DRA. And away we go. 60s in. Oh, say well, 60s are line speed, but I'm going to go about 40. Actually, I don't know. See, there's the argument of do I drive sort of aggressively, I guess. Let's do that. Get a bit better sound. Or do I drive slower and give the world around me, you know, or give the train ahead of me a chance to, you know. You see, from a safety perspective, I would argue driving at, you know, figuring out the average speed of what he's doing. So probably about 20 or 30, to be honest, if he's in all stops. But like, that was a single amber, so I'm gonna, you know, ease the speed off. Definitely a really nice view on these. I like the sun visor there as well. Which isn't modelled on the outside, which is interesting. And 375 overtaking me. Really nice. I like that. I know I'm a bit too defensive now, but I'm also trying not to stop, and I know I'm an empty stock move. So I'm 5 kilos, so I'm very low priority. And I've got 20 minutes to cover 4.5 miles. Was this a challenge for the lowest average speed in a scenario? So what, 30 minutes to cover 7 miles? That is a low average speed. And if I do that, that's really interesting. So if it's not going to be in the driving notes, but if I have the DRA set, it obviously acts as a cutout for the power, but it also acts as a cutout for the rheostatic braking. So you can hear it's only the air brakes bringing us in. And I wonder, again, it would be very, well, it wouldn't be that difficult to test, but I can't be bothered basically to test it. You know, what stops quicker basically. There we go. I'm gonna just be nice to the power today. Take it nice and slow. Across South London. South. Basically, the way you say South London is you say "sir" and then spit on someone. Nice, but yeah. South London. Yeah. Insert derogatory comments about South London here. Okay, we do have multiple points of view now. This, I swear, is new. I swear this is a new POV. It's very possible that I'm wrong, but I'd swear this is a new POV. You see, if I wasn't driving this defensively, I'd have time to look at the manual. Look at the queue. Wow. Oh no, that's not a queue, he's leaving. Lol. I want to be driving on double ambers. Because if we look, we've just gone through Shortlands thingy, we've just gone through Bromley, I think. So he's at Bickley, and we're then going to go over the points and head south. Like I say, we just need to drive nice and slow and defensive. There's our amber. So actually, red's correction. So what I'm going to do is just sit on the go idle, just let it coast in. So, looking at the manual for the Class 700 by Armstrong Powerhouse liveries. Class 700 is in Thameslink and revised Thameslink. Class 707 Southwest Trains, ex-Southwest Trains, and ex-Southwest Trains without logo. So, Southwest Trains without logo, Southwest Trains with logo, and as a WR. Also, they do the Southeastern livery, which is quite nice, and I'm excited to see that. The Class 717 is in Great Northern livery. Now, I'd further to be interested to know, because there's a voice in my head that tells me there is a Great Northern liveried Class 700, or, or that they exist basically. So I know they run for Great Northern, but I wonder, do they exist in the livery? Yes, they do. So I wonder why that hasn't been done. Yeah, because I was like, it's... Okay, at least they seem to. Hang on. Where's that image? I had... There it is. The... NHS wasn't a 717, was it? Yeah, oh no, it's a 717, that's got it. That's fair enough. I am entirely happy to be wrong. I assume I went through a single there. See, that's how little attention I was paying. Yeah, another amber there. So we'll just leave it at... There you go, 20% power. So yeah, the 717, obviously it doesn't come with a cab, but comes with the 700 cab. Recommended as AI, but you can still drive it, which is fair enough. Honestly, I don't really know how I feel about it all. Am I in the camp of, they shouldn't have bothered? No. I like the fact that it's there, but I'm not sure how I feel about calling it a Class 700, or Class 717 EP as well. Right? Oh, I've been tripped by something. I missed that. Lol. I wonder. Yep. Do we have to reset the PBL on this? So yeah, So I don't know what caught us there, because I've obviously reset the AWS. Probably like a split second too late on the AWS. S destination, that's a go via for us, for a marker. So yeah, keybinds, Deadman's Pedal. Ooh, got a depot horn as well. That's quite nice. I like the depot horn. There you go, got a red ahead, so I'm just going to coast. Headlight switch, clockwise, anti-clockwise, drive a guard buzzer. What does it sound like on this, I wonder? So it's a beep, but it's, yeah, that's quite good, because there is, obviously, if I was the guard and I wanted the driver to stop, and then the driver will emergency it. Generally, again, personal lived experience, I've never actually had to emergency stop it, or had my train emergency stop. I've had one that I got off emergency stop, but if I had to, advise the driver that this train needed to stop and it needed to stop now, press and hold until not even until you feel the train coming to a stand or start slowing down, until you feel it stop. So you got SDO. So this has proper SDO, which is nice. So guard operation, guard operated, SDO, DOO, DOO, SDO. Right. Yeah. Wait, is it? Was I misreading, or did it say DCO? No, SDO is different. Yeah, SDO, selective door opening. To be honest, the majority of the time, unless like in a shed opening the door for the cleaners, you'd be in SDO. Like, you'd only be opening the doors on the platform. At least as far as I can tell. Friction brake. Conventional friction braking is blended in below 7 miles an hour, or if the DRA is on. Hey, so that is a feature. Unlike other trains, it's not intended to use. It's not used instead of the dynamic brake during wheel slide or in an emergency brake application. Well, that's quite a few brakes on this dynamic brake. We know what that does. When the friction brake is not being used, as described above, the dynamic braking uses the traction motors to slow the train. Holding brake. The holding brake is provided to prevent an uncontrolled rollaway whilst the train is at a stand. The holding brake applies a friction brake application of approximately 1 bar when the train is at a stand. The PBL must not be in a power notch if the holding brake is released as soon as traction is applied. So, in theory, if I do that, yeah, I've got my 1 bar. I'm happy with that. Emergency brake. So that's basically stop, and it describes the situations in which that applies. Adhesion, that's as standard. Wheel slip, that's as standard. Dual voltage, so obviously you have got the changeover ability. We're not going to do that now because why would we? DOO, so it's the T and the U or the T and the O to release the doors, and then R to close. Then guard is T and U and T and O, but the door closes it themselves, and you've got to give them the old. Thames Link is driver only, so we'd not have a guard. Which is why, if we start getting buzzers, that would be really strange. Automatic unit numbering, good. That is a massive help. Arcing pans, that's handy. Cold start. So it does have a cold start procedure. That's interesting. I might use that. So I am actually working on a scenario pack for East Coast Main Line South, London to Peterborough. And I'm obviously, now that this has come out, I do want to include it. So, yeah, I'm going to figure out how, basically. I've dyed my hair down. I really like how dark it's gone. I've ruined one of my favourite tops in the process. It's really old and tatty and horrible, but it's still one of my favourite tops. Okay, I'm going to async this because this is getting a bit unpleasant. We're now at 5 times fast forward. Oh, our SPAD's been approved. Let's just check our path. Yeah. I mean, he's still at... I've got Charing Cross to Seven Oaks in front of us now. Jeebus. So we do have SPAD authority. We've spoken with Signaller. He's authorised us to proceed. He's having some issues clearing the signal for us. We are on path. Confirm. Confirm. This is the road to Orpington. Look at that. I want to see how that animates. That is still dodgy in the way that animates, and that's a DTG issue, but not one that AP potentially even noticed, to be honest. There's very few people drive about like this, you know, but yeah. It's a shame, really. This is like I say, the 700 is growing on me. Like initially, they replaced the trains I really like 319s. Again, I've never been on one. They're probably awful, but they are in the sense of actual sort of trains. I like them, you know, like they feel nice. I like the way they look. I like the driving them in TS, you know. That's my defense for liking them, and you know what? That's totally fine. Like I recognise they're probably not ideal in reality, and the same with that Voyagers, you know. As a cadre. We'll go with that. Of people who are determined that Voyagers are amazing trains, and I'm like, yes, cool. In TS, potentially. In the real world, eh. And I make that sound liberally. Which reminds me to do a Voyager for the Midland scenarios. But yeah, I'm actually thinking about it. Now that I've got my... Oh dear God. Now that I've got my face fixed. Yeah, so when you dye your hair, the you know, the stuff you use is obviously designed to words. Emily, come on. the stuff you put on your face is still, you know, sort of very much designed to, well, it's designed to stain keratin, basically, isn't it? What's your skin made of? Keratin. So if you get it on your skin, you can end up with what looks like horrendous bruising, but it's literally just hair dye. Like, I've got some on my thumb, and it looks like my thumb's been in a door, or worse, but it hasn't. It's just, yeah. Got 5 minutes to cover a mile, so I need to be doing a quarter of 30, so 15. So, correction, 60. So yeah, my average speed of 15 miles an hour, and I should be fine. I'm going to go at 10. I'm very much creeping up to that signal. Just to look, Orpington P5, yeah, there's something in there, probably a it's the Charing Cross Sevenoaks service. Let's have a look down here, so what's actually going on. Reset that. Yes, you got the red on the approach. So yes, here has a 465. 465 to below 1. Hashtag celebrity status. Yes, I do have the burps. I do apologise for that. I've got a mixture of 465 and 700 action in here. I wish they'd use the 707s just so you could, like, see it in game, you know what I mean? For one of these, but I'm not sure what the era is supposed to be. Doesn't really say, does it? I'm not even sure they operate down here yet, so... yeah. Right, well, I am going to complete this scenario. So again, I'm just doing the 5 times fast forward. That's why we're going fast, but it doesn't look like we should be. Looking at the red ahead. Oh, there's a 465 leaving. Please? Please clear. Oh. Waiting for something else coming out, probably. Orpington P5. So Orpington P5 is that Seven Oaks service, which is supposed to be a 376. Lol. That's another train I'd love to see in TS. I wonder if AP, well, it's entirely possible, I should say, that if AP did a 378 scenario pack. There we go. Just creep up to the signal. I am not stopping. Balls. Maybe I am. There we go. We'll pretend that didn't happen. I think what happened there was the holding brake kicks in. It probably kicks in at like above 0 miles an hour basically when you're in idle. Like it'll be 0.01 kind of thing it kicks in at. Actually, I'm not going to a dead end platform, so I can approach it with a little bit of pace. A little bit of gusto. Alrighty folks, so that is going to do it for today's YouTube video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a semi-regular basis. In 29 minutes exactly, by the time we finish this. What are my thoughts on the 700 enhancement pack? Is it needed? Yes. Would I have paid £2-3 extra for a 717 cab? 100%. Do I think the freeware community can look at doing one and slamming that in there? Probably. But it would, you know, I would have paid the extra. I would have waited a little bit longer. You know, I'm not madly attached to driving this train, so to speak. But yeah, I definitely like what I see. You know, it looks the part, it sounds the part. I am going to probably do a scenario with it on the East Coast. Well, I've done an East Coast one with it already, but that was a pre-enhancement pack, so that doesn't really count, in my opinion. I might do something Midland, who knows. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now. This is the Thameslink service to Luton. Shit! Scroll it in! Okay, I do wish there was something on the TMS to put the destination in a bit better. And some kids are shouting outside. I do apologise. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye for now.